Good afternoon. This is Mike Finer of the Finer Wealth Report. And I'd like to welcome you to our December 2021 Finer Wealth Report. We're going to start out by talking about the great struggle both in the stock market and the cryptocurrency market. We're sort of at an inflection point in both the stock market and in the crypto markets where people are trying to wonder, do we have growth for 2022 or are we going to have a pullback in 2022? And both of the growth assets, whether it's Bitcoin or the other tokens in cryptocurrency, have been fluctuating greatly, as have been growth stocks in the technology, pharmaceutical, and biotech sectors. I think what this tells us is that there's a struggle going on between the bulls and the bears to determine the direction of the market. On the one hand, we've had a magnificent last year and a half as the market crashed in March 2020 and had the big rebound into the end of 2021. Now the question is, can the market propel itself into 2022? On the one hand, we still have excellent growth. We still have very low interest rates. In fact, today is December 15th, and the Fed came out with some tapering, but has indicated that interest rates are going to stay, at least for the federal funds rate, between 0% and 0.25%, which indicates that interest rates should be low for quite some time. As a result of that and the Fed's mandate to get full employment, the other side of the argument tends to be the high inflation rate and how that's going to affect the market. So we have these competing demands of excellent gross domestic product, good projected earnings, contrasted with very high inflation. That's causing the more speculative assets, such as cryptocurrency, to be extremely volatile. So volatility is way up in the fourth quarter. In fact, Bitcoin today closed just below 50,000, or I shouldn't say closed because it trades 7 days a week. At 4 p.m., it was just below 50,000. But it had been as low as the low 40,000s recently, and in the last couple of months, it's been in the 60,000s. The stock market initially was weak in the last couple of weeks and was very, very choppy going into today, and now has garnered some strength. It's our view that we're going to have more modest growth both in the cryptocurrency market and in the stock market going into 2022. But because the supply chain has been dampered in the last 6 months to a year, some of the demand that people have for products have been pushed off to 2022, and that is going to be very positive for company earnings. Cryptocurrency is no longer a pure speculative asset class. It has gained traction both as an investment class, as a store of value, and now actually as a currency where people are purchasing assets. So with the widespread use of cryptocurrency in those investment and storage of value concepts, cryptocurrency has been spreading and attracting assets. Obviously, the blue chip crypto asset is Bitcoin, and that should gain strength going into 2022 as the limited supply of 21 million coins gains an advantage over some of the other tokens that have unlimited supply. We're looking forward to, like I said, a very volatile 2022. The first 3 quarters of 2021 was muted. The stock market kind of crept up. There wasn't a wide range of volatility in prices. The last 2 months, that has not been the case. We're expecting the last 2 months of 2022 to sort of be a projection for last 2 months of 2021 be a projection for 2022. We also face the second year of a presidential cycle, which tends to be very, very volatile in elections in the House of Representatives and Senate in November of 2022. From a tax perspective, we actually haven't had all the changes that were predicted earlier in the year because of the split Senate and the bare majority that the Democrats have in the House. We're not expecting many great changes as a result of that. And really the idea that most of people seeking re-election don't want to see changes that could affect their chances for re-election. January 15th, which is a month from now, just as a reminder, is the time that you have to make your fourth quarter estimated tax payments. With also 2 weeks left in the year, you should also consider your final year-end planning ideas, which is fund the rest of your 401k, fund any pensions, accelerate any payments that would be tax deductible for 2021, set up any retirement accounts that they're required to be set up before year-end, which generally are our ERISA-based plans and 401ks. You can fund and set up an IRA and other things up till generally April 15th, but think about the final tax planning pieces. And then, as I tell people, as Christmas comes up, maybe instead of buying your kids, the usual toys or clothes or things they may not want, think about opening, a stock account or a Coinbase or Bitrex or cryptocurrency account so that your kids or grandchildren or even adult children, or even yourself, start to understand what the wave of the future is. And the wave of the future is digitization. It's, artificial intelligence, it's machine learning, it's solar panels and wind, it's widespread clean energy. All of these things, to include the metaverse, are themes that we're going to be exploring in 2022. So we look forward to our next Final Wealth Report, which will be in January 2022. And have a Merry Christmas, have a wonderful New Year, and please feel free to reach out to me, Mike Finer, at michael.finer@finer.com. Visit us at www.finer.com. And please also know that, we're in the midst of opening up our new office in Naples, Florida. And if you're in Florida, we look forward to seeing you potentially this winter. Thanks so much.